either or?
You can do either. So you can action and move, or move and action is kind of like combat that way.
But basically, these are the actions that we can do instead of any other
Yes.
actions.
Yep.
Or can we do, if we've got spells and stuff, can we do other actions as well?
You can. There is an important rule in all these combats since the death curse has started. Any damage other than non-lethal is completely forbidden. And if you do that, you'll be immediately disqualified. So the
Alright.
only kind of damage you can do is bludgeoning, piercing, slashing with a melee weapon.
Magic.
And in this particular competition, you're not allowed to hit people at all. So if you're caught hitting people here, then you're in trouble. But the important thing is you can't fireball them or anything like that. Just so you're aware of that.
Yeah, because we're not high enough level. Just out of interest, does any of us have proficiency in animal handling?
I do, I think. Yeah, animal handling, but where is it? My wisdom. Yes, I've got a +3.
Okay, because I've got a +2 on animal handling.
I'm just getting a bad roll out of the way first.
Well, there's nothing bad that happens on the failed dash.
No,
You
don't
just
get to
don't.
the next square.
Yeah. Basically, it's just you don't do anything on that turn.
Right, you get a normal move.
Yeah.
There's no reason not. Oh, we can only choose one though. We can dash, jab, taunt, or trip.
Yeah, you get one action of your choice.
Hmm.
Just like
And you can
combat.
only do 2 successful dashes during the race.
Yes.
Okay. Initiative.
Oh, you rolled too high for them.
Well, they are professionals.
Again, it's like they've done this before, although one of them seems to be bringing up the rear, but that's okay. I'm sure he has a plan. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody missing?
Well, I was hoping to beat them all out so that I could, cast on them before they all got away from each other.
Who's missing?
Well,
Oh,
Busta
there it is. It just looked funny.
will
Okay.
suggest that the first round, everybody tries to dash, and then whoever manages to dash will just try to maintain the lead, and then the rest of us will try and kind of impede the rest in subsequent rounds.
I say we just all try and help whoever's in first.
Yeah, so
Well, we'll just go through an initiative order and see how it looks. But yeah, I think we need to make sure somebody's dashing.
At least the first two people. Try and keep the first two people ahead.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the mounts are kind of jogging nervously in place, and the starting sound goes off, and the first rider urges his mount forward 2 spaces.
oh man,
Come on, bud, you can do it. There we go. 2. Rigsby.
I guess I could try and dash. And not make it.
Your mount bucks a little bit under your
Still
feet and
moved 1.
yep, only moves that far. Busta. He's not moving as fast as the guy that just took off ahead of you. Busta, on the other hand, dashes up to meet the first of the Green Viper riders. He looks over a little worried. This guy is gonna try to dash. Ooh.
These guys are dashers.
wow.
And he will also join
Well, I'm
his
sure
friend.
They're all proficient in animal handling. These are the professionals.
Chewy.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna move up and then dash.
Oh, yeah. So an exciting start. Everybody gets off to a
There we go.
speedy run. And this guy urges his mount forward.
These guys are good.
Oh, gee.
Snapjaw.
Go, Rexy.
Hmm.
I'm too heavy after this guy.
It turns back
You
and
might wanna
snaps
try
at you.
trip You might want to try and trip or jab this last guy.
Well, he can't now. He just dashed.
late.
But, yep.
No, I meant run.
Brun.
I think we're all going to do animal handling first.
I think that's a fair start.
Yeah.
Yeah. And unfortunately,
Over to the-
it moves, it seems to like you okay, but it just doesn't, you're just not getting it together quite. And finally, the last guy will do the same. He's distracted by Brun. Lines up next to him. Alright, second guy. He will flip you off and try to dash again. Animal handling. He
Oh,
does.
jeez.
Dashes ahead, leaving you in the dust. Rounds the corner. The crowd goes wild. Rigsby.
Yeah, he can't do it again though.
No.
Well, I'm going to have to try and trip this guy, I think.
Okay. Let's see. You make an athletics check. Well, acrobatics check, which you did. So now he needs to make a
14 I
wisdom save. Yep. Let's see this guy. I assume you mean the opposing rider who's back here with you.
He's the only one I can touch.
Well, you can touch your teammates.
Damn it.
But he
Oh, jeez.
predicts your move and dodges out of the way. Oh, I forgot the thing.
Oh, yeah, at the end of the turn. We
Yep.
were all supposed to roll that, weren't we?
Yep, I need to put a
Should we go back
round
and start
counter.
over?
Well, we're going to leave everything here,
Yeah,
but we'll
let's
just do
start
the...
at beginning of the race.
No. Otherwise, we're going to be here all week. Yeah, so everybody go ahead and roll your obstacle. I'll
What's a
give-
blockade?
Ooh, I don't see it. Or is it?
You'll
Click
see.
your
I will
token.
tell you.
And then at the top left, click
Yeah.
ride.
Okay, we'll do yours first, and then we'll do the other guys. So you guys, let's see. Rigsby and Busta have no problem avoiding all the obstacles. They can see their way through. Chewie, on the other hand, finds a blockade, which, there's a little barrier in the way, a little short wall. So make a animal handling check to try to jump it.
Sorry about that. Somebody called.
Ooh, Chewie cannot get his mount to jump. He stumbles into it, and you go back one rank.
Back.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's I mean, Chewie's pretty heavy, so getting the mount to jump is a challenge.
It tries. It springs its little, gets its little thighs going, but it can't get up. Let's see. Brun, you run into a vine snare. Make a wisdom saving throw to try to avoid them.
Wisdom or survival? Ooh,
Nope. Wisdom saving throw. It's not a check. Sorry.
Damn it.
Oh dear. You get completely twisted up in the vines, and you go back 2 positions. Which
Go
you
back to the
can't.
start.
Yeah, you can just go back to the start. You can't even go back 2. There is no 2 to go back, but that's how long that you're delayed.
I could go back to here if you wanted.
No, just count it as 1. And Snapjaw, oh wow, yeah, Snapjaw gets the really mean one. Apparently they don't, the crowd does not like you riding the T-Rex in this race, so somebody throws out a snare and tries to drag you off of him. Make an athletics or acrobatics check to try to either avoid or pull the... Oh yeah, no problem. You grab the snare,
You see how heavy I am?
and you just yank it right out of the person's hand. So you have no problem. Oh right, those guys. I need to do theirs. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, not good for them.
Good. The blockade is the guy who was supposed to be ahead. Now he didn't get that runoff, did he?
He might. He still gets to make a animal handling check to see if he.
He's gonna
Yeah,
fail.
he still would have made his animal handling, but if he gets blockaded, he'll be back a turn.
Yep.
Still
Let's
ahead of us
see,
though.
animal handling. Oh dear.
Well, no, this.
He's
this was
so
back
busy
before he
looking
moved,
back.
Right?
Yes, this would have been before he moved, but it doesn't matter. It's just, the total is just 1 position in rank. So he just moves back to here. So this is where his dash got him. Sadly,
Well, no, I thought we were all rolling for last turn now.
this
and
is.
Then this next
But
turn.
Yeah, but he's
Okay,
already.
so that's
We're not changing anything that already happened, so he is still going forward 2 and back 1, which puts him at 3.
Right. Well, I'm just saying it's his roll again because he's already rolled. He's already done his second move. The guy who's up at 3, that was his
Yeah.
second move.
No,
So
but
you
it
do
happens
two
at the end of
two
his turn.
rounds,
No,
right?
no, the obstacles are at the end of the turn. We're not at the end of the second turn yet. We're only at the end of the first turn.
Oh, we all roll at the end of the turn at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought we rolled right when we finished our own personal turns.
No, no,
Okay,
at the end of the whole round.
at the end of the round. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
Let's see. So second one, low barrier. A wooden beam swings down in front of him, and he deck saves. Oh gosh.
Come on, there must be something on crits.
No, but it's not good for him. The low barrier. He is dismounted and has to spend a turn. He has to get back up on his horse. It's not a horse. His dinosaur. But that pushes him back to there. He's already gone, right?
No.
Oh wait, it was that guy.
I was the second one, and I missed my trip, so I only get to move one forward.
This guy
I
that
guess.
moves back here. Hang on. The next guy, he gets a mud pit. So he is going to make an animal handling check to try to avoid the mud. Which he does easily, and then the last guy has another low barrier, which is a deck save. And he's fine too. Okay. Right, so Rigsby missed his trip, so you just move forward 1. And now we're all caught up, and now it's Busta's turn.
Hmm.
Can I cast a spell instead of using my other action?
No, not after you already used your other action. Oh,
No.
can you? Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
if I didn't jab or trip, could I cast a spell instead?
Yes. Yes.
Next round.
Yes.
Let's see. Well, let's go for the second.
Oh dear. You get it to move forward a little
So
bit,
just
but
move up 1.
it's not going that fast. Alright, this guy, he's going to try to dash again. Dash. Ooh, he's going to fail. And just move up here with Busta and the other guy, and it is Chewy's turn.
Okay, I'm going to move up to here, and I'm going to poke this guy with the stick. Try to, whatever that action is.
Isn't he the one that got
I'll
knocked off
roll.
already?
He did, but you can still poke him.
Oh, well, if he's already down.
Right.
Well,
thought
he
you
did-
said
no,
That was to knock him off the horse.
Yeah, but
Knock
it's
him
the
off, yeah.
it's the same thing. So he spent his time getting back up. He's not like physically off. It's just an abstraction. So he fell off. He had to get back on. This is slowing him down. This is why he's only at 2. You can still jab him.
He basically loses a turn.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
not the guy that's on the start line with me that fell off?
Could be. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't change anything. If you would like to stab him, feel free.
Alright, I will, because I want to hold on to my next dash a little longer. I'll use an attack roll from a short sword,
Yeah.
and just treat that as though it's a
Yeah.
quarterstaff.
Oh,
You don't only get 2 attempts at dash. You only get 2 successes at dash.
That's right. I can keep on attempting until I succeed.
let's see. He took a hit, so he needs to make a deck save to see if he can manage to stay on. He does. He manages to stay in the saddle.
These guys have high dex and whiz, which sucks for us.
Yeah. Oh well.
And it is his turn, so he's not having a good day. He's getting poked. He's falling off. He's gonna try to dash forward. Gonna get away from you guys. Animal handling. Oh no! Except he's not. So I'll just move up there. Snapjaw.
So when he fell off, did he didn't get moved back or anything, did he?
Yeah, he did. It's the one at the front, Ryan. That
The number 1.
I think this is the guy that fell off.
where's Snapjaw? Oh yeah, Snapjaw's back at 1. There you are. But finally you figured out how to urge Rexy in the correct direction, and you surge forward to position 3. Brun.
Okay, I'm gonna do an animal handling.
Ooh. You get up to the
My
first
die
position
doesn't stop,
again. It's twisting, it's turning, it's trying to reach around and bite you and run forward at the same time. It's just not happening.
There's nobody there for you to do anything against.
Yeah.
So this guy, who's also having a bad day, he's gonna try to dash again. And this time he'll go forward. And we'll give him a...
Does that yellow dot means he's used both of his dashes?
Yeah, there we go. So there, this one has a 1. And now, everybody encounter your obstacles.
I think one of the opposing team is missing a yellow dot as well.
Yes, yeah.
Just
2 of them. Actually, all of them have
Yellow
done
dot.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one with the yellow dot has done 2.
Yeah.
He got the 2 and then 4, but the obstacle pushed him back 1.
But these 2 have both done 1, so I will put a dot on each of them. I was just going to remember, but that's not going to work. That's never going to happen. No.
Put a red dot on
I
the
hit the wrong button.
But yeah.
There we
Clear
go.
path, yay.
Who's missing?
Snapjaw? No, not
No,
Snapjaw. It
Busta.
looks like Busta.
oh, right.
So most of you
Oh.
managed to get around. Busta, however, is getting pulled off by a snare. And that will be a dex save, I believe, right? No, an athletics or an acrobatics check.
It's going to be athletics for him.
Oh, no, he's a dex.
No, because I'm a Dex guy.
Yep, and
Oh, that's right.
you just duck right under it. They were aiming for someone much larger. Let's see, who else? Someone else found an obstacle. Brun found a
Brun.
blockade. So there's a little barrier in your path, and you can make an animal handling check to try to go around it. No.
Back one.
Go back 1.
And Brune's the one with the best animal handling. Brother Solomon.
We're just going to put him out of the Coliseum.
This is exactly what happened to me. I was playing a druid. I had an awesome deck animal handling, and I kept rolling 1s on it. So it's like, no, dinosaurs hate me. Oh, right, and the scouts, they need to do theirs. I can't forget those.
I'm gonna take a little bit of time and try and sit and talk to my
Sweet.
dinosaur.
All right, so this guy gets a
guy's
net
getting
snare.
snared.
Let's see. He'll do this. Ooh, he is getting snared.
He is tangled.
Not a good day for him. Oops, that's Busta. This guy goes back here.
He was in the lead. He was in the lead all for all of like 1 minute.
And Vine Snare for number 4. Where's number 4? He's the one back there. Oh dear. Not a good day for him either. This is not a good race for the Green Viper riders. They usually do much better. Vine Snare, Vine Snare. That would be a Wisdom save.
Wisdom.
Oh wait, it should be an animal handling check, shouldn't it? Right? Right, that one?
I did wisdom last time.
No, that's a wisdom save. It's the other
That is
thing.
new.
That's oh gosh, so he's not good either. He needs to go back too. Ah.
That was the last one too. The guy who only just made it to 2.
Brun, you have a buddy. All right, Scout
Hey.
number 1 again. He can't dash anymore, so he is going to try to taunt. Yes, so it's intimidation versus
think it was the other
insight.
I think it was the other one that got pushed back to Brun. The one that already only has 1 dash left.
No, it was that one. What am I doing? Scout.
Yeah, I
The
thought that
scout.
I thought the one in the front was the one that got net snared. The guy you pushed back to Brun.
He got no
Which
vine
one?
snared.
Red.
Oh wait, no, I did pull the wrong one. This guy should be here, and this guy should be here. Not that it matters too much, but this guy here is going to taunt Rigsby, or possibly Chewie. Let's see who he taunts. Now he's going to taunt someone in front, Buster or Snapjaw. He's not stupid.
Has to be the same.
No,
same
taunt
thing,
is
though, doesn't it?
taunt is within
Well,
1.
Taunting can be 1 ahead or behind.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So he is going to taunt Snapjaw, and he is going to say mean things about your mother. with his. Oh, so you need to make an insight check of at least 5. Yeah. It's like your mother was a turtle.
Would you say it? Yes, she was.
Oh, wait. Rigsby.
Can I bardic inspiration as my bonus action and then still jab, or does that count as the one thing I can do?
Yeah, just one thing.
Well, I will bardic inspiration Busta then. And
Okay.
then I will move up 1.
Busta.
Bardic. So bardic inspiration is a
You
additional
could dash.
roll, right?
Dash, and you might be able to run faster. It's a die 6.
6. All right. So here's the dash attempt.
Oh,
Didn't need to beat it.
okay.
You still got it for another 10 minutes. So.
Yeah. So you're up at 5. There you go. Busta takes a lead.
Use it for a saving throw.
And it will be the scout's turn. He can still dash, so he will. He can't, because he's bad at it.
No, he won't. Haha.
But he'll get up here. He's urging his mount forward, but he cannot catch up to Busta. Chewie.
Okay, I'm gonna move up here, and I think I shall trip one of these 2 riders that's in the same area.
Okay.
This
The top guy
so
who can still
one of
dash.
them, yeah, the one who can still dash. I'm gonna try and trip him.
Okay.
So what do I need to do to trip?
Trip is the DC 14 strength, athletics, or acrobatics.
Yep.
That's right, athletics. That's what I'm good at. I shouldn't have said that.
Well, he doesn't see it coming, but it's okay because you don't manage to get your pole in position. And it is now his turn, and he will dash. Maybe. Yes, he does dash.
So you could have stopped him.
Good for him.
It doesn't matter. Busta's got 1 space to move, which means he doesn't even need to dash.
2.
And he's now got
Well,
die 6 to roll for his obstacle if he obstacles.
Snapjaw.
Yes. Yeah, you've got to get past your obstacle.
Yeah.
Busta, you know that scene from Jurassic Park? Guess what's coming up behind you?
Are you encouraging him to run faster?
Yes.
He just dashed. He successfully dashed. Up to him.
I
Oh.
don't remember a scene in Jurassic Park where there was a giant turtle riding a dinosaur.
I mean, I saw it in the theaters. It's been a couple years, so... Brun, you're up. Maybe I just don't remember that
There's
scene.
nothing else I can do apart from animal handling, pretty much. Come on, yeah.
Yes, you surge forward. And this guy behind
Finally
you
getting the hang of this thing.
is gonna try the same. But he's just so discombobulated he doesn't even know what he's doing anymore. Alright.
Wiggle my bum at him.
Obstacles for everyone.
Low barrier.
Come on, clear path. Yes.
No, we only care about Busta. Clear path, Busta. Woohoo! Yes.
Okay, so low barrier.
Alright, we're good then.
You can, Rigsby can make a DC 14 deck save to try to avoid the wooden beam that is swinging down into your face. And Snapjaw can make an athletics or an acrobatics check. No, you can't. Sorry, wrong one. Snapjaw can make a wisdom save. So Rigsby avoids the beam. Snapjaw, however,
Aw.
is pushed back 2 spaces as you're completely tangled up in these vines.
And my net snare?
Oh, I missed the net snare. Sorry. That one is the acrobatics or the athletics.
I'll go athletics.
Come on, Green Vipers.
Oh, yeah. You dodged right out of the way.
Have a plane drop on you.
It's okay,
Three,
Buster is
four.
still in the lead.
Uh-oh. A couple of the Green Rider guys come in, find some mud pits.
And the guy who could have done something against you just got mud pitted.
Let's see. I think... No, let's see. It's... Which one? It's number... Oh, it's 6 and 2. So, yeah, let's see. 6 and... 22. Nah, 6 is this one back here.
6 already went. Yeah, 6 already went.
Well, yeah, but this is his mud pit. He got a mud pit, and so did the guy who's going on 22.
Oh, yeah, first and last, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the first and last, 6 and 22.
Yeah. So let's see. Mud pit, mud pit. Animal handling. Okay. Oh, and you can't dash if you're in a mud pit. That's exciting. Let's see what he does. It doesn't really matter, but he will avoid the mud pit. Oh, and the other one will avoid the mud pit. Okay, they're both fine. Rigsby. Oh, wait, no, the guy actually gets to go. Hang on.
Right.
You get a turn, sir.
He was in a mud pit, so he couldn't dash. Well, actually, he's
No,
both
he
his
avoided
dashes.
he avoided the mud pit. Yeah, so he's fine. But he will go up one, and then he will taunt Busta.
Yeah, remember, bardic inspiration.
So let's see. Taunt is a intimidation check, right? So
Yeah, well, he'll need to make an insight check to avoid the.
yes, so you need to make an insight check of at least.
Oops,
Ooh.
Wrong.
Oh no, yeah, you make an insight.
I clicked the wrong one, but the
Yeah.
But would you
dice
want
roll.
to keep that roll?
It only does it. It's only useful against the obstacles at the end of the turn. You're gonna win in a minute.
Yeah.
So you are looking back at him. He's saying really rude things. They're not polite at all. Now it's Rigsby's turn.
I guess I shall die.
And you do. And now it is
Fired
Busta's
up.
turn. And he
Just
thunders
don't
across the
dash.
finish line. Well, he can't dash. He's already done it twice.
Yeah, we finished it. But just for the hell of it, I'm gonna try and trip that guy. Just 'cause maybe I can get Rigsy in a second, or maybe not. So
Yeah,
that's a move.
yeah, he avoids your trip. But you thunder across the finish line. The crowd goes wild. A cheer goes up, and all the Green Viper riders look very disgusted. They very grudgingly shake your hands at the end, but they're not happy about it. As you all have returned your mounts and your equipment and all that's handed back, you are approached by a young woman. She introduces herself as Narissa. And says, wow, you all were pretty impressive out there. I assume you're going to be entered in the gladiatorial combat too, right?
Well, we should be. All of those other guys with me kind of like hitting things.
Well, I got a deal for you. There's this prize that is being offered, called the Oracle's Eye. But there's the gem itself is set in this little piece of metal. Worthless. It's probably broken. So, if you would give me that little piece of metal, I got someone who wants it. You can keep the gem. Everybody's happy, and I'll pay you 30 gold for the little junky piece of metal that it's set in.
Yeah, we'll think about it. Inside my head, I'm saying, gee, clunky piece of metal. Probably the fourth part we need.
A lot of people seem to be wanting this stuff.
All bad guys want this stuff. Pockmark Poe mentioned merchant princes, which alludes to the princes we've heard about twice before now.
Well, oh, you must be newcomers to Chult. Yes, the merchant princes, they run this city. There's a number of them. They control all the commerce and trade coming in and out of Nyanzaru. So you're working with Poe. That's interesting. That means that our interests are aligned here.
I would suggest you go and speak to Poe then. I'm saying that to the woman.
Yeah, no, he he has a slightly different goal. He wants the gem. I know for a fact that he doesn't know anything about this metal piece, and I really need to bring that back to Soggy Ren. He really wants it.
Oh, we could bring it to Soggy.
We have
We're
heard
gonna meet
much
up with
the
them
same.
anyways.
I think
In fact, we can meet you there.
Stocky.
He's been out of town. We've been trying to get a hold of him.
Yeah, we could approach him together.
Oh yeah, he came back this morning. But sure, I'm sure we'll meet again then, and then perhaps you'll see that my offer was in earnest, and she beats it. And then I set up the arena for the fight, which I should have been doing while I was talking.
Oh, yes.
Alright.
So we can get rid of these rules.
Yep.
Didn't like those rules anyway.
So yeah, the gladiatorial combat again, they go over the rules. Only non-lethal damage is allowed. So, you know, if you kill anyone, you're in big trouble. Let's move you guys over here.
Well,
Would it?
what happens? So no ranged attacks then?
Right. I mean, you can do ranged attacks, but if you kill someone with them, then that's really bad. And you're in a small cage anyway.
There's not going to be enough space for ranged attacks.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, you all start back in this corner. This guy's going to start up in this corner. So you are brought into the arena is cleared. Probably the numbers are moved too, but I'm not going to move them. And a cage made of poles is set up. It's strung with vines. You recognize these vines. You have seen them before.
Busta recognizes
Oh,
them
no.
Yes.
up close and personal.
Let me examine those real quick. I'm not sure.
Yeah, investigate. Yeah, we've gone over this before.
Yeah, no, you do recognize the vines. They're smaller. You know, they're not as thick and luxurious as the ones that you encountered before, but you will all get advantage to your saving throws, as you are aware that these vines are going to reach out and grab you. Or that they might. They're available to do that. Let's see, vine cage. Do I need to know anything else about this? These guys. Oh. I
10 whole minutes. So I think it's expired
Probably
by now.
finished.
Yeah, okay, it's probably.
Oh yeah, sorry, you all also have a short rest between these two things.
Then yes, it's definitely gone with that hour rest.
Will the reach on my polearm count as lethal damage, or can I make that non-lethal?
Yeah, no, it's still melee, so it's non-lethal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the rule is melee.
Put the smaller ones back. We like the smaller ones, not the bigger ones.
Yeah, he decides to bring out 2 larger dinosaurs instead of 4 little ones. Hey, stop that. Hey, nope, quit it.
We're scaring him.
We just watched the Voltron dinosaurs join together to make bigger.
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
the dinosaurs, the little ones hop on each other's shoulders and... Yes, sorry, I am also dealing with a
Busta hops
naughty
on
kitty.
Brun's shoulder.
Right, so they explain the rules that there's no killing, there's only non-lethal, and the dinosaurs, you know, the Kenku on the other side,
Curl
makes a
up in my
little.
shell and let Chewie ride. Let Brune ride me. There we go. We've got him bait. We got 3 people.
He makes a little like dinosaur clashing noise and holds his hands up, indicating that the dinosaurs have been trained to do non-lethal damage. And everyone can roll initiative as the combat begins.
Woohoo! Yeah.
So the rule was. So the rule was just non-lethal. Was there
Yes.
any other rule besides that?
I will double check, but I don't think so.
And we just go until
Uh,
one side is completely
Knocked out.
incapacitated, right?
Yes, when one side has been knocked
Knocked
out,
out.
the other side wins. Let me just make sure that I didn't miss a rule on the combat-y part. Dun, 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 dun. First team with all members brought to 0 loses the match. You can use any armor and abilities as long as you only knock out and do not kill. Yep, okay, cool. And Busta, you move first.
Busta will rage. move in. Let me measure the distance.
It's a pretty small cage.
So that's 15, and we'll also just move over to there too as well. So there's space for others.
Yeah, get right in the way of where I can cast spells behind people. Smart.
Oh.
And you're
Oops.
your favorite vine too.
Yeah.
You guys are
Busta's
just
not
gonna
very
beat them all
smart.
down anyway. You guys are just gonna beat them down anyway.
Busta's like, no, this is a great place to stand.
This is,
Yeah,
this is a
Butts is
very,
like, this is a great place to stand.
this is a very melee heavy group. So
Yep.
And then it'll swing at the Kenku. Non-lethally, of course.
Oh,
and miss.
yep. You just kind of wave your scimitar around, and it is Snapjaw's turn.
Boop. Caught Snapjaw on a non-dozy day. Okay. I guess the Kinku's the bigger threat, so I'm going to attack him. So. And I'm going to action surge and really make a poor show.
He's a very dodgy guy.
What is with these low rolls today?
I don't know.
Jeez.
So let's see. Slicer. He is going to turn around and try to stab Busta with a 14. So apparently it's not his day
must have been
either.
the 18.
So he points to his dinosaur and makes a little snapping noise again, and it will turn around and try to bite Busta and claw him. Let's see, 3 attacks, 1 bite and 2 claws. 1, 2, 3.
One hit.
He bites above your head, he
One hit.
claws around your face, and then he claws you right in the throat for, well, 3 slashing damage because you're taking
Three
half.
full damage.
And it's Chewie's turn.
All right. Shall go up here, and I guess I shall attack the Kenku. Try to knock him out first.
The dinosaurs get 3 attacks. The Kenku only got 1.
Good point. I'll go
Good
for the
point.
dinosaur.
Fine, those hits.
Except she'll need to be a little closer to hit the dinosaur with the short sword.
Oh, he's
I've
long arm,
got-
long
Oh,
arm.
you're a bugbear. That's right. Okay. There we go. So yes,
And
both
then
of
I
those
draw
will hit.
My, singing short sword. Oh, and the second one will do that wounded prey damage as well.
Yep. Oh,
So
ow.
another 6 points.
So you kind of go all blender on that dinosaur. Its feathers are flying everywhere. It's not looking good. Rigsby.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna bless all 4 of them.
Okay. Bryn.
And then I'm done. Since I can't sleep anymore since everybody's way too close.
Alright, Bruin's going to. Which guy's hurt?
This one.
This guy here?
Bottom one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Bruin's going to enrage. Rah! That's me enraging. He's going to run into. Oop, wrong button. He's going to run into here. And he's going to try and kill this dinosaur. Well, sorry, not kill, but.
Knock out.
Hurt. Yes, with his great axe. So he lifts his great axe above his head and crashes it down on the dinosaur's head for
Which
6
is
plus 2, 8 damage.
just enough to bring it down.
Catherine, I know I'm gonna screw us over here, but that one didn't attack.
Oh, you're right, it didn't.
Yeah, you only
Oh,
rolled
that's
one.
right.
All right. Give yourself an inspiration point for honesty. Thank you.
Welcome.
And it's going to come up and attack Snapjaw. Bite, claw, claw. Poorly, but it will. And that leaves 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5
You're
people.
right, it didn't attack.
Made a show of it.
Let's see. 3. 1, 2, 3. Bruin, the vines lash out at you. Make a deck save.
Okay, I'm good at these. Do I have advantage? No. Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah, because you can
I've
see
got
it
advantage on this.
slapping you.
Yep.
Oh,
So
with
20.
advantage, yes. So you see it coming with plenty of time. You dodge out of the way, and it gets a handful of the dust from the ground. Busta.
Busta will move over there and swing at the dinosaur.
Oh dear. Yep. Busta's a little tired from that dinosaur race. Oh yeah. Even with a bless though,
Well,
you're
let's
not gonna
see.
make it.
Okay.
It's got very thick skin.
Oh, and naturally, Busta will action surge. Always forget to use that. So
Okay.
action surge and try again.
Okay, this time
Yay!
you've got its number. Snapjaw.
Is its number 865309?
Okay, I am going to help Busta on the dinosaur, so I'm gonna second attack it.
Okay.
Ah, finally.
Yes.
Non-lethal, of course.
Right.
Ooh, bad damage.
It's hurting a bit now.
And I am done.
Okay, Slicer. Get to some slicing. He is going to go for the biggest threat, which seems to be the littlest guy. He's going to try to short sword Busta. Oh, and he does. Manages to pierce you for
That'll hit.
half of 4, which is 2. Dino guy. Right, it's going to follow its master, and it's going to go after Busta. Oops. With a bite, claw. That
That would hit.
last claw will just catch you under the chin for half of 8, which is 4 slashing damage. And Chewy.
Okay, we're going to go for that dino.
Oh,
Ha!
okay. Do your wounded prey thing, and then it will be dead. Well, it'll be knocked out. Yep.
Alright, and I get to double the wounded prey, don't I?
You didn't need to. You needed a 1 on it.
Yeah, just be careful because you don't want to kill it.
Okay. Well, that's...
Yeah. Now you're pulling your
that was
blows.
a non-lethal one, but now
Yep.
I get to use the offhand weapon on the Kenku.
Roll your bless.
Yes. Well, okay. Can you roll a 1 on your bless? Yes, you will.
It
So,
will make a difference here.
Apparently it's a 13.
yes. So he is hurt now,
Well, that's good.
and it will be Rigsby's turn.
I'm going to mock him.
Oh no.
No. And we're disqualified because he's dead now.
He's not going to die from 4 damage. I just wanted to give him disadvantage.
Let's see. Wisdom save.
Or
It's
not.
possible.
Or
He's not going
I'm
to take
done.
any of it. Brun.
Raw, great. Fail.
You know, it's hard to do non-lethal. You know, you're trying to be gentle, and you're just a little too gentle on this one. So let's see. There are 4 targets for the
Trying to
vines.
balance rage and temperance.
So that is
That's me.
1, 2, 3. Brun, make a deck save. As the vines
Yeah.
slap out at you again.
With advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you don't get. Yeah, with advantage, you don't need it.
You are totally fine. They're not scary. You don't even notice them. You just brush it off your shoulder. Tickles a little bit. Busta.
Let's ask him. Do you want to just give up? You're kind of surrounded.
He looks around. He counts on his
Yeah,
feathery
that's-
fingers, and he just drops his sword and holds up his hands.
Oh, he drops it.
And
Okay.
And then Busta smashes him in the face, and he's knocked out. Bleh. The crowd gives a boo.
Give up, Birdie. Okay. Ow!
Let's see. So you won. The crowd
That
is
was a good roll.
very
That was
stirred
funny,
up.
Busta.
And the crowd goes wild. I raise my hands up to bring in the cheers from the crowd.
Busta turned heel.
Let's see. That doesn't happen because you won. Right. So you all are taken up to meet Quiote. She is a very beautiful Chultan woman. She has 3 servants with her. She kind of, she looks a little distracted. She's kind of very doing her duty here. She's just like, oh yeah, congratulations, brave adventurers. You've done a great job. Makes a little hand signal, and one of the servants brings out. Well, actually, there's 3 servants. They bring out 3 plates. So one of them has some perfumes. One of them has a bag full of gold, and the other one has looks like a little broken trinket with a small clear gem in it. And she hands all of those over to you.
It's healing.
Oh, and by clear I mean orange. It's orange.
Does it look like the gem would come out easy?
Yeah. I mean, it's set in there, but not like, you can just pop it right out.
Well, let's pop it right out.
Let's see. So, Poe is very excited. He puts on some of the perfume, puts the rest of it away, takes the gem and pockets it, and says, this will be very important for my studies. Thank you for your help. And because you were such good sports about the whole thing, and you really did much better than anyone expected. Here, have a potion of healing as my thanks. So y'all can decide who gets the potion of healing. There we go.
Not it.
I've got 2 in my bag, so I'm not too bothered.
I'd kind of like one.
Go for it.
Alright, I need to do this. Fulgrim is not here, so I should not give him a share of the treasure. Okay, so are you all keeping the little metal piece?
Yes, we are.
Does it look like it matches those 3 other little metal pieces that we've already gathered?
Yeah, they all look like they fit together.
Yep, keep that.
Let's see. Oh, yes, and he actually asks you to wait while he investigates this little eye thing. And about an hour later, so he sets you up with some nice cool drinks and some comfy chairs. You can take a short rest if you want, and in an hour,
Music.
yes, he comes back and looks very sour. Says, "Ugh, this is nothing. This is just glass." Grr. But did it? Perhaps it was something else that I'm looking for. Anyway, my contacts have told me that Soggy Rin is looking for you, so you can find him at this particular place where he is right now.
We left him lots of messages. We've been looking for him for days.
Yeah, well, he's back, and he has gotten your messages, and he's really would like to see you pretty urgently.
Well, we'll head over there then.
Okay, so everyone can get a very small amount of gold. 12 gold pieces. 12 gold pieces, 100 XP, 5 downtime days, and 1 renown for Chewy only. And yes, so Chewy will also get 13.2 gold pieces, 110 XP, and 1 renown.
Sorry, how much XP did we get? 100.
100, yeah.
Woohoo! That's me up to level 3.
We're gonna do a long rest. We're gonna sleep overnight before seeing Soggy.
Yes.
Oh,
Then
I'm
we
sure.
can level up, and then I can get my spells back.
Yeah.
Because if we do that, I already know what I'm doing with my character, so that's alright.
Yeah, so you will have a long rest between them. But magically it's the same evening when you get there. You just somehow got an 8 hours in there, because it's supposed to happen between
Excellent.
missions. but it doesn't make sense that he's urgently wants to see you. Yeah, we'll go see him tomorrow night. It's cool.
He kept us waiting for like days.
This is true. Oh, you wait a day and he's not there. He's gone again. Hey, kitty.
No, soggy Ren. Buster shakes his fist in the air.
And then you realize, no, he's just sitting on the other side of the bar. He's around the corner. He's kind of in a shadow. This place is Kaya's House of Repose, an inn for travelers. Pretty quiet, a little bit higher class and less active than the other one that you've been staying at. Saki Rin is sitting at a table with Narissa sitting with him.
And she's the one who wanted the thing with the eye.
Yep.
I wave at them.
Let's see. Yeah, he waves you over. And it's like, yeah, drinks all around. Waves the bartender over to bring you all glasses of not terrible beer. Much better than the place where you've been staying. Someone should have told you about this one in the first place.
Hello, we've been looking for you all over the place.
Yeah, I've been looking for you guys too. Yeah, I heard about you guys. You got a little cursed, you got the cursed thingy. Yeah, right? You got it, right? All little cursed bits?
Oh, we've got several of them.
Cool. Yeah, I need those. We need to find out who.
You guys have the cursed bits? You guys, like, throw Bust on the table.
What are they used for?
Some dreamer something. Narissa is translating now. She kind of like looks at him and is like, yeah. So what Ren is saying is that these are parts of a cursed relic known as the Dreamer's Amulet. Somehow it's been smuggled into Port Nyanzaru, and if you all hadn't interfered, then some very dangerous people would have wound up with these. So you have our gratitude for that already. We're trying to find the source of this relic. Like, yeah, it's all death curse. There's no fun. There's no fighting. All the gladiatorials just non-lethal now. Ugh. Yes, it is. Yes. So as agents of the Harpers, we've been trying to we want to find out who is behind this smuggling and stop them, whatever their plan is.
You said something about a dream?
Yeah, a Dreamer's Amulet. That's what it's called. A Dreamer's Amulet. Narissa doesn't really have anything to add to that one.
Okay. Plus it tells him I've been having really bad dreams.
Could be something to do with it. Have you been handling the pieces?
Maybe.
That was pretty double entendre.
Buster then points at Brune, but I think he touched it first. Maybe.
She asks you. Well, okay. So Ren tells you about something called the Yatepka Society. Takes him 4 or 5 tries to get the name out. But they're a sort of underground society for keeping Port Nyanzaru safe. And they, if you can meet up with his contact, Diamsar, you know, he'll recognize you with the secret hand gesture, and he holds up his hand. It kind of looks like he's doing a little Triceratops face with his hand, like a little Triceratops hand puppet. If you know, he describes the guy. He's like, okay, make this hand signal. He'll do the same thing back to you, and then the you could turn over the amulet to them, and the Yatepka Society will figure out what's going on.
What is you guys' fascination with dinosaurs?
Nurse is like, you haven't been in Chult long, have you? You really are for new here. I mean, what else is there around here? It's hard to make bird hand puppets. You can't tell which, different birds. Triceratops, though. They're pretty obvious.
Well, the barbarians made friends with some frogs out in the woods.
Yeah, well,
Well, that's
nobody wants to be a society of the frogs. That's not impressive. Grung then. Yeah, they're not all bad. There's, some of them can be they're pretty useful allies. But
They seem pretty damn friendly until they stabbed Busta in the back.
that is unusual. Usually you don't even see them before they stab you in the back, so that is unusual behavior for them.
But yeah, we can go meet your friends and find out what these artifacts do.
So Narissa will also ask if she can see the four pieces, if she can examine them.
I guess so. I pull out mine since we're keeping them separate.
I'll pull
Yeah,
out
we'll show
mine.
Okay. She takes the pieces and snaps them together, and they do indeed, like, there's kind of a mystical glow about them, and they form into one amulet, shaped like a snake. With kind of a snake head and a body wrapped around, it like coiled around and then enclosed in the two half-moon pieces. Looks like it was never broken. She looks a little bit disturbed by this. She's like, yeah, this is not good. The quicker you can get it to the Atepica Society, the safer we'll all be.
So is it more dangerous now that it's put together in one
Would it be
piece?
better to break it in 4 parts again?
She shrugs. That I can't answer. It's up to you how you want to carry it.
Let's try to split it up again.
Yeah, it's not hard. It does break up pretty easily. It's cracked a little bit. Like, it's not the exact same breaks as it was before. It's obviously not meant to come into pieces, but when you break it, it stops glowing, and it is in separate pieces. Sorry, the cat just ran headfirst into a mirror. I'm okay. Sure, that happened. So yes.
Right. Let's all practice the hand puppet type Triceratopses.
I'm doing it. It's very cute. It's too bad you can't see it.
Yeah, I'm doing it, and maybe it looks the same. Maybe it's totally different.
Well, it takes Ren like a few tries before he gets it right. He's like holding up fingers. He winds up flicking you all off. He's like, no, wait, not that one. Don't do that one. He tries again. It looks pretty much like a Triceratops head.
I'll just use my mirror image to make the hand thing look like a Triceratops. An actual dinosaur with my hands.
Creepy. So he's
All right, let's go.
your contact will be should be in the entrance of the bathhouse. So it's easy enough to find there, to get there.
Because the Keptra Society lives in bathhouses.
No, he's just working there. That's his cover story. It's a good place to keep an eye on people, like who's coming and going and all that. So if evil people start to invade, everybody needs a bath. Even evil people.
All these double entendres.
He is a pale-skinned human in his mid-30s, dressed in dark clothes and wearing a hooded purple cloak. When you all walk up, he nods and gestures to the large shell where people are tossing coins before they go in the bathhouse.
I make a gesture towards the large shell that looks like a Triceratops with my fingers.
He looks at your hand, kind of like thinks for a second, and then he makes the Triceratops hand back at you. And he kind of, very nonchalantly just wanders over to you and says, "Oh, greetings, friend. Do you have the amulet?"
We seem to have 4 pieces of it.
Oh, fantastic. That's excellent. That's yes. Don't get it out here. Don't show it around here. You never know who's watching. Come with me to the safe house, and we'll turn it over there.
This can't go badly at all. Sure, we'll follow you.
It's totally not a trap. Let's see. He will lead you. Not quite to the old section of town, but to not quite as nice an area as you're in now. Wait for everything to load. Let me just figure out where you're supposed to start. Oh, yeah. So you start here. Oops. Not standing on the guy's face. That's not polite. Brings you to a warehouse in kind of a back alley, well, warehousey sort of area. It's an old stone building. It looks like it's well made but aged. It's got faded murals painted on the side and a worn sign that says the Northside Market Textile House. As you walk in, there's it's a well, big empty warehouse mostly, with an upper area like running around the edge. There's a walkway running around the walls on the outside. Against the east wall, there's a pedestal draped with a large cloth. There is a door far to the north. And as he's walking, and there's 2 guards standing up here at the top of the pathway that runs along the edge. Yeah, just make sure everyone can see. He's going to walk this way, and he's going to start flashing the hand signal. He kind of does it a couple of times as he's walking across, and the guards eventually return it to him. Oh, wait. I think I am not connected. Can you hear me?
We can hear
Yeah.
you.
Oh.
We're just following this guy to get to where he's going.
Okay. Sorry, the internet connection here's a little weird. It just gave me the little, "You're not connected." But it looks like I am, so it's just lying. Okay. That's fine. Yep. He's like, "Yes, if you could just bring the pieces here and set it down here. Obviously we don't want to touch it. It's a pretty dangerous artifact." Busta. Oh, wait. No, everybody stop moving. Just Busta gets to move.
Hold on, I need to reload.
Because he just ran across a thing that he didn't notice.
As usual.
So, Busta innocently comes forward and makes a dex save. Well, you're going to notice when Busta's head disappears. But
It's usually a sign.
do you have that barbarian thing where you have advantage on dex saves? If you can see it, is that a thing? Or is that...
I think only have advantage on strength and constitution.
Second level barbarians have danger sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of your
yeah,
second
I do
level.
have danger sense.
So long as you can see the source of it, you get advantage on your dex saves.
Which you can, because you can see
Danger sense, advantage.
the pit beneath
Yeah, that's
you
true.
opening up, and you immediately jump back. Oh, let's see, map. It is... Oops, nope. Which layer is this on? Oh, this is on the GM layer. That's why you can't see it. There you go. Now you can see it. Oh, wait. So I shouldn't put it on the token layer. I'll put it on the map layer. Anyway, there's a big pit there. Well, you're right next to it. So you would have jumped to
Does
about
it
there.
have an infinite number of snakes in the bottom or something?
It's like just one.
Are they devouring their own tail?
It is just one snake, and only Busta can see it because it's 10 feet down in this pit.
So we're not fighting a Roboros. Okay, cool.
Just one. It is not an infinite snake.
Busta naively says to the guy, it's like, "Whoa, you got a hole in the floor there. You gotta fix that."
Yeah, someone could get hurt doing that.
Let's see.
You might
Why
need
do you have
exterminator too.
snakes?
Oh,
Busta looks at it, it's like, dude, it's a jungle. They're everywhere. They're
Yeah.
pets.
yeah. Actually, you notice that he's rolling initiative, as are the guards when Busta is falling into the pit.
So they're pulling out weapons. So
Yes.
they're pulling out weapons. Hooray!
But he's actually doing something else. He is not pulling out a weapon, but you'll know what he's doing in a minute. It's gonna be
Look
great.
at
You'll love
that
it.
Critical initiative.
Rigsby's trying to figure out what Busta just did because he's walking across the floor and then he disappears and then he reappears. But Busta, you definitely noticed that this guy, he's like reaching for the cloth on the altar, like he's gonna yank it off, and the two guards above are pointing probably crossbows at you. I think they're crossbows. Anyway, you can react.
Okay. Busta will. Like a grappling is either an acrobatics or athletics.
Correct.
Okay, so seeing that he's about to pull the cloth off the table, let's do something a little different. Busta will run up and tackle him.
Oh, wait, I forgot the snake.
Ooh.
Wait, where's the snake? I lost my snake.
It's in the pit.
Oh, was there another snake?
No, there's just one snake, but I
Yeah.
can't. There we
You
go.
put it on the map level.
Yeah. Let's put him on the token layer. Let's go to the token layer, and then I can roll an initiative for the snake. That's why he's not working. So you are trying
Oh,
to...
Is it crawling out of the pit?
Maybe. You don't know yet.
Ah, okay.
You don't know what it's doing. It is looking like it would like to bite you. Probably. It is definitely, it is very upset that it did not get its snack, that it was pretty, usually pit opens, it gets a snack. This time pit opened, it didn't get a snack. You are trying to grapple this guy. He is trying to avoid being grappled. Oh, you can't see it, but he just rolled a 20. I'll get him to stop whispering. There we go. So, he avoids your grapple. Dodges out of the way.
Okay.
Brun.
Okay, Brun's gonna try and do the same. He's gonna run up and see what he's gonna see, seen what Buster's tried to do. So he's gonna run up and he's gonna try and grapple this guy. Athletics.
You know, dead people can't pull things off of stuff.
Yeah.
Let's
I know.
see. A 9, huh? Well, he's going to try to dodge out of the way again, and he will. Phew, just barely.
He dodged the 22. Damn.
Oh, wait, no. I was looking at the wrong number.
Busted 22'd it.
Oh, I was looking at the initiative. That's why I thought he had beat it. No, never mind. Sorry. Busta has grappled him. So, Brun, you can
Okay.
do something else instead. Sorry. My bad.
Oh, in that case, I'm going to great axe him.
Okay.
That's great.
With advantage.
Advantage.
Is that with advantage?
Yep.
24. 5 slashing
Okay.
damage.
You managed to whack him pretty good. He doesn't like it. Oh, gosh, where is his... Oh, okay, his initiative is way down there. All right, these guys. And by the way, these, in case you can't tell, are stairs leading up to the ramp, or the ledge that goes around the upper level.
So these,
Okay, so the guards are on the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, the guards are up at the upper, on the upper level, and they're going to shoot crossbows.
Okay.
I think one will be for Busta, and one will be for Brun. Ooh, Busta.
I think you might want to move the constrictor snake to the top. I think it was their turn.
He doesn't actually get
You
it.
rolled him after.
Yeah,
Nope,
I
you
did, but he doesn't
Okay.
get a turn this round anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
He didn't miss anything. Oops, but I do need to move him. You're right. There we go. He will get a turn next round because because he is still reacting. It is actually a surprise round, just nobody's surprised except for the snake. Right, so Busta, you're taking 13 piercing damage as this guy here shoots you a good one with the crossbow. Snapjaw.
Okay.
All right. Now, which way? How high up are these guys with the crossbows?
15 feet.
Damn it. All right. Can I get to those stairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I put them
I
on
think they
upside
got
down.
everything well enough handled, so I'm gonna have to get. Can I get to there?
Probably, yeah. There we go. There's the stairs go that way.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, yep.
You saw the path I made.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That uses a lot of my movement.
Okay.
So I will take a swing at him.
12. That is just enough to get through his leather armor.
And 7.
He's not looking like a healthy boy. He was planning on standing up here and shooting down at you, not actually getting into melee. Chewie.
Okay, so if I move up to there, I think that's as far as my movement gets me. From that position, with the bugbear reach, can I reach out and hit that guard?
Depends on if you can only get to the bottom of the stairs or if you can get all the way up. Because he'd be 15 feet away if you're at the bottom of the stairs, but if you can get at least 5 feet up the stairs, you can
5
reach him.
feet up too.
Yeah.
Am I slowed going up the stairs?
No, they're stairs. They're just regular movement.
Okay, in that case, I do have enough movement to get the next step.
Okay, cool.
I just thought it would be extra movement going up the stairs, so yes.
No.
I will
They're not difficult terrain. They're just stairs. Not like a ladder or anything.
attack him from here, and
Oh yeah, that's
I'm at
gently slices
15
him.
hits,
Yes.
and I can probably do my offhand attack.
He's only wearing leather armor. Again, he was planning on shooting you from distance,
Yeah.
not you all getting up in his face. Oh, are you doing your... Yup.
Yes.
So the Bugbear Blender fells a bandit.
It's a shame grappling won't stop him from pulling a cloth off of something.
Does anyone...
Unfortunately, no. He's
does
got
it?
his-
It just restricts his movement to 0. It gives people
Yeah, he
advantage on
can't
hitting him.
move.
But it's okay.
He has
But he can reach
disadvantage
the cloth.
attacking, but
Does anyone speak Abyssal?
not I.
Ooh.
No.
Okay.
Oh, well, let me
Is
check.
it similar to Orcish?
No.
Then no.
No, I do not.
Nope.
Okay. So he reaches under the cloth and another snake slithers out. It's a littler snake. This one's probably okay.
It's a giant poisonous snake, and it's small.
It's not small, it's medium. The other one is large. This one's medium. It just doesn't have a thing. And Rigsby. So the snake is now let's put him in this square. There we go. As he slithers out.
Humda, 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 humda. We're going to... Did it look like that snake at the bottom of the pit is looking like it wants to climb up?
Oh yeah. He's still looking for the snack that should have fallen on his head.
Oh, I'm going to move back a little bit since he's 10 feet down. And then I will... Tasha's the poisonous snake.
Okay, let's see. This snake is too dumb to understand humor.
It doesn't have an intelligence of 4? Damn it. I'm done.
Alright, let me just sort here, and it is giant poisonous snake's turn. Cool.
I like these.
He seems to have slithered out next to Brun, so he's gonna bite him. Arr. He's gonna clamp down on your boot.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah. He's gonna get you right in the ankle then.
5 plus
and a con save.
He knew that Buster would only take half poison damage.
And then
Yeah.
I'm poisoned.
So yeah, so you take that 5, and you take you're poisoned. No, you're not poisoned. You just take the poison damage.
Okay. So the con save was for the poison damage.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
So,
okay.
but yeah, so total of 10 damage, and it's Busta's turn.
The nice thing about that is a crit doesn't double that poison damage since it's a save based.
Buster's gonna rage. And then to maintain is just what do I do to maintain?
You have to attack or get hit.
Attack or get hit.
No, to maintain the grapple are you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
Right.
You just hold on until he breaks free.
You are currently grappling.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything to
Okay.
keep holding on. Yeah.
Oh, I can still attack while maintaining it.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Okay. I'm just not familiar with the grappling rules.
Yep.
In D&D.
It's pretty useful. And you will slash him to death. His final words will be something in Abyssal that none of you understand. Brun.
Okay, Voldemort.
Okay, the poison pumping through Brun's veins.
Oh, and
forces
Buster.
him to enrage.
Actually, sorry, would Buster still have a move available?
Yeah.
Or
Oh yeah,
that
he can
was
still
not-
move.
Okay, so move up to the snake as well.
Cool.
Sorry, Brun.
Yeah, the poison pumping through Brun's veins forces him or causes him to go into an enrage, where he picks up his great axe and smashes it down on the giant poisonous snake that had just bitten him for 16.
Oh. Yeah, that hits. It's got pretty tough, scaly skin.
15
But-
plus 2, 17.
You cut it in half and it is no longer moving. It kind of thrashes for a little bit, foams at the mouth, and lays still.
And Brum gives out a mighty roar of adrenaline.
This snake
Roar.
is going to come slithering out to try to make friends with Busta.
Hello.
Hey guys.
He's going to eat
It's going to
your
try to
ears,
give
I
you a
think, right?
hug. Oh man, it's... Why is this broken? Constrict, attack, 5 feet, to hit 4, 1d8 plus 2. That's weird. Everything is fine. Let's see. Let's see if deleting that fixes it. It does. Good. So Busta, you are grappled as the snake wraps its coils around you, and you take 6 bludgeoning damage as he squeezes. And it's the bandit's turn. Right, he was really counting on using this crossbow, but he will drop it and pull out a short sword instead. Does not, just kind of bonks Snapjaw on the shell, and it is Snapjaw's turn.
Don't mess with a snapping turtle. Alright. Bonk. I don't suppose I have bless or anything. Yeah,
Nope.
we're just kind of
Not yet.
flailing ineffectually at one another, I guess.
Does not quite make it through his armor. Chewie.
Yep.
Well, Chew's gonna drop his swords and pull out his bow that he so very rarely uses, and is gonna fire an arrow at Snapjaw's opponent.
Okay.
And he's very, very inaccurate, to say the least.
Looks like you need some practice
Hey,
with
you hit
that.
me.
Guy doesn't get
You're
to go
shocking
because
to
he's
read.
dead, and it's
Oh,
Rigsby's turn. Yeah, you just got a little arrow sticking out of the shell, but stuck between 2 plates.
I will
That's gonna need a good waxing.
guiding bolt the constrictor snake.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. So that is 9 radiant damage. It's looking pretty hurt.
And I am done.
And it is... Oh, it would be the giant poisonous snake's turn, except it's... Wait, where's the... Oh, constrictor snake is down at 16. Okay, Busta.
Poisonous snake is now in 2 halves.
Yes, it doesn't get to go. It lays there, continuing to be dead.
Buster will bonus action second wind.
Okay.
1, so points. And then to try and get out of the grapple,
You can attack while you're grappled.
Acrobatics.
You just have disadvantage.
It'd be disadvantaged attack. It's an athletics or an acrobatics check to escape.
Could I reverse grapple?
Is
that a thing?
You can also grapple him. You could both be grappled by each other, and then you would both have the same penalties for being grappled. Like, he would still be grappling you, but you could also be grappling him.
Okay, and then so I would just.
Just kill it.
All right, I'll just swing at it. Buster doesn't do a whole lot of damage.
Well, none with those rolls, sadly.
This is, I assume.
The snake is pretty tough and rubbery. You can't quite get stab at it.
Bruno will finish it for you.
Alright, Brune picks up his big great axe again and tries to bring it down onto the snake.
Yeah, that
Skillfully
pierces its
avoiding
flesh.
Buster. 6 plus 2, 8 damage.
You're making more snakes. There's 4 snakes now. 4 of them. None of them move though. They're all in little pieces. And Busta, you feel it. Its coils release you. And that just leaves the bandit left alive, and it's his turn.
Hey,
Is he ready
Snapjaw.
to give up?
Nope.
That's the dead bandit.
There are
Yes.
Oh, you rolled 2 on the same initiative. Gotcha.
the light of fanaticism glows in his eyes, and he pokes. He stabs Snapjaw right in between the shell plates for 4 piercing damage. Snapjaw. He
Knock him
poked you.
out so we can talk to him.
Apparently, I'm being told they want to question you. So, which would you prefer, the mercy of death, or because I don't know what these people are going to do to you?
You'll never get anything out of me.
Okay,
Accept your blood.
One intimidation check changes that.
he's dead.
He's dead. Doesn't matter.
He is super dead. Oh, Chewy, what is your... okay. You actually can hear, now that it's a little quieter in here, some noises coming from up there. There's like a little door right here on this level.
Okay, so she'll move down so I'm just around the corner and she'll try to listen in on whatever's happening.
While
there.
he's doing that, I want to search the main dead guy who led us here.
Okay, so on the main dead guy, pretty sure you find something. Where is he?
Somebody take the poison from the poison snake.
You find a potion of healing and a dagger. It's a ceremonial dagger, not a stabby type of dagger, but it has a jewel-encrusted snakehead hilt. Chewy,
Into the backpack they go.
you hear from the doorway. Well, actually, you smell before you hear. It smells like blood and rotting flesh. You kind of hear some faint groans and cries for help.
All right, I guess glance at Buster so that he knows what I'm about to do, and then I'm going to go around that corner.
Alrighty.
Okay, so you pull the door open. It's not locked. It's just well, it's not any kind of lock that you can't defeat. It's more latched. And there are 3... Oh, I should open the door for you so you can actually see it. Hang on. I forgot about lighting. There you go. So it's a small room. It's like a little storage area. And there's 3 cages. Each one has a creature in it. Hang on. No, get off of there.
I bet you they're snakes.
They're not snakes. They are, let's see, there's locked cages. There's an elf male, a tabaxi female, and a human corpse.
A human.
Okay.
Corpse.
Quick question: is this a box over here?
That's where snakes came out of.
Oh yeah. So it turns out it wasn't actually a pedestal; it was actually a cage covered by a cloth, and there was a. So if you're inspecting that, you see that it's actually a cage inside, and that's where the snake had been kept.
Yeah. So there's nothing else really around here.
There is a door also to the north over here.
I'm gonna
I'll
stand.
come in here and I'll use the healing kit on the 2 people that look badly off.
And we'll ask them what happened to you, like what's going on.
The elf is unconscious. Like he's still breathing, but he can't hear you or anything. The corpse is a corpse; it's not doing anything. The tabaxi is very badly injured, but she can sort of still talk to you, and she says that they were poisoned by the snake creature and put here. And she all of it are kind of interspersed with moans of pain and whispering about dark serpents and how they're haunting her, and they're in the corners, they're in the shadows. Rigsby, you notice that the healing kits don't actually seem to be making them any better. You can make an Arcana check on them if you'd like.
Well, I'm gonna think it's poison since they just said they were poisoned.
Yep, it's probably some kind of poison. You don't really know anything about it. But she'll kind of like reach through the bars of her cage to touch your hand and say it's back there. It's back in the courtyard.
The snakes are dead. I'm gonna open the cages.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. That's silly to make you roll. That number is too small. You unlock the cages, and you get to drag the unconscious guy and the poison tabaxi out. She introduces herself as Shaded Moon. She doesn't know who the elf is. He was brought here separately. She has no idea who he is.
Do you know Soggy Rin?
She shakes her head. And I've heard of him. He spends a lot of time at the bars.
Where did these people get you? Where did they grab you to sacrifice you from?
I was just minding my own business. I was in the marketplace one day. I had stopped to take a shortcut through an alley, and everything went dark. Next thing I knew, I was in that courtyard, and that thing bit me. And she's pointing off to the, like, waving her paw off to the north.
So not to the east, where we just killed a snake?
No.
Oh, so there's bigger snakes that way.
Not snakes like snake people. I don't know what they are.
I'm gonna open up the corpse cell and search that corpse.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything on him. He looks like he probably was not a rich or important person in life. He's kind of wearing rags, and there's some kind of like green mottling across his skin. It does look like he's been poisoned to death.
Well, tell the tabaxi, you should probably get out. Go back out the entrance and try and find help, because there's nothing I can do about the poison.
Well, thank you for saving my life.
I'll relock the cage with the unconscious guy so that if people come in, they won't think that he, open the cage and kill him.
Can we hear anything through this door?
Let's see. Can you hear anything? That's a good question. Make a perception check.
Or is there a keyhole to look through or something? 21.
Oh, yeah. So what do you hear? You hear outdoor noises. So there's like